My research group, the Object-Based Media Group at the MIT Media Lab, works on a variety of things which are really all looking at how we make richer connections between people and also connections between people and information. And in order to do that, instead of thinking about the traditional field of human-computer interface, we're thinking about how to make the interface disappear entirely, how to make the user not think there is an interface, which means that we need to have very, very rich communication environments, and we need to have very intelligent systems so that the system already knows what it should be doing. The user needn't push a button or make a gesture in order to get a result. There are several topics we're doing that particularly exemplify this approach, and one of these topics is holographic television, which we think of as the ultimate in interpersonal and entertainment and informational communication. So the future of all kinds of visual display. We're doing telepresence work both in the holographic domain and also in other forms as well, where we're trying to bring people closer together and enable them to interact directly, not thinking that they're looking at a television with a telepresence application running on it, but thinking that they're just interacting naturally with another person, even though that other person is separated by time and potentially space. And go back and say, even though that person is separated by space and potentially also separated by time, we are also looking into context-aware user interfaces. So devices, ecosystems of electronic things, whether in a consumer domain or a professional application, where a collection of electronic devices work together seamlessly so that it's not as if there's an app running on your phone or your tablet. The app is running on your immediate environment, and things work together in order to enable new things to happen. It's important to remember that one of the things the Media Lab tries to do is instantiate possibilities of futures. And a big part of that is just building stuff and trying to understand what would happen in the world where this thing existed. And one of the ways that we do that is by building things and showing them to as many people in as many industries and as many academic disciplines as possible, and trying to understand what their thoughts are about it. And in many cases, they come up with applications of these systems that we never dreamed of, and in other cases, they come up with observations about the basic phenomena that we've uncovered. We have some experiments we're doing that are related to Narratarium, but they're a separate project called Infinity by 9. And the notion behind Infinity by 9 is, what if we could make your television screen appear to be so wide you can't see the ends of it? So while you're watching a television program, it really wraps all the way around you. Now, the way we do that is we analyze video in real time, and we extrapolate the images with low resolution with projectors to create a light field that comes into the sides and the top of the viewing environment. And people report that when we turn on that feature, they stop thinking that the imagery is happening in a window, which is the television screen, but rather that the scene is happening in the room where they are. Now, that clearly has entertainment aspects, and we pretty regularly have popcorn and show movies using this system, and it's a whole lot of fun and very involving because we can do this to any video. We don't have to produce video specifically for this system. But for entertainment, going beyond entertainment applications, we also have the ability to think about educational applications. How do we engage people more in video that it's important for them to watch? How do we take advantage of human perception so that we can make people more attentive, we can make the experience be more immediate and more memorable? And that's another complete direction for this work, that we've had a number of people say it would be very, very interesting to understand these perceptual aspects because they could enable us to make a control room with many displays in it be more informative, for example, or they could enable people to perceive more information at once or to understand what's important more quickly. I think we have a number of unique advantages that enable us to do this sort of work. And they range from the breadth of disciplines, both among faculty and among students, that are available in a fairly compact geographical area. They also include, the not just non-disciplinary or cross-disciplinary, but some people would say anti-disciplinary nature of the Media Lab, where we don't even try to categorize much of what we do in terms of traditional disciplines. And we're willing to talk with anybody about anything. Further, we have the opportunity to work with people from government and industry from a broad range of backgrounds and with a broad range of interests. And all of that feeds into our thinking, and in return we have the opportunity to provide technologies and scenarios that may have applications in a broad range of areas.